G9 in the building. I got my guy here. What's your name? What's your Instagram?
Greg, aka Recess LR. Street stylist, no weirdo shit.
Okay, first of all,
why I say that?
Yes. Right. Why do you say that?
Hey, because there's a difference from stuff that everyday people wear and entertainers wear. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's no wrong with being fashion forward to style it, having style, but some shit just be way too weird for just the average person. Like, especially
like when they be wearing them dresses and stuff?
Yeah, or inner city person. Like, you feel me? You're not gonna wear no runway shit. Like, because we're not entertainers. We're just people just doing shit every day outside.
That's like, true. Yeah. I like how you say it like that. But when you say weirdo shit, I be like confused. I'm like, well, what do you mean by weirdo
Yeah,
stuff?
just not no runway style. Like, you know, not no big shoulder pads. Like, not no crazy shit, you know.
No tear t-shirts, none of that.
Not no Met Gala shit.
Oh, not Met Gala.
Yeah, because...
You know what?
We just regular people.
I still don't know every time they say they have a theme, I'm like, what is the theme? Yeah. I'm still lost for the theme. What's the theme?
I don't get that shit, man. That shit.
I don't get it either. I always say to myself, like, what is the theme? What is they talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what's the reason. Maybe it's just like a costume dress up party. I don't know. I don't get it because all that shit be looking crazy to me.
It do be looking crazy. And then I be wondering to myself, like, okay, one day if I become famous, am I going to be able to go in there and wear those little things that they be looking different?
Yeah, exactly. So maybe that's the theme of it, just to look as crazy as you can. I don't know.
Like, I think we don't have an understanding about it. If we had an understanding, we'll probably like, oh, that's tight, I guess. But
yeah, we ain't there.
We ain't there yet.
Yeah, I guess not. For
real. You know what? He did say he had. I just followed you on Instagram for shout out your registration depot.
Yeah,
that's another page y'all can follow him on.
Yes.
He does registration, right?
Yes, car registrations, lien sales, titles. All that. Yeah, I'm about to get into insurance soon, so.
Oh, you trying to be somebody? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to do
life insurance or insurance?
Nah, car insurance. Get that check every
month. You need that money.
Yeah, I do.
I feel like
it's expensive out here. $39 an hour. They say what you need to make them be cool.
Yeah, I seen that. Did you see that list? Yeah. $39 an hour. That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's to just be regular.
And I don't even understand because LA I swear to God, people that come from the states, their apartments are like $500 a month, but the cost of living out where different places are cheaper and stuff like that.
Facts.
But we would love to have something like that, wouldn't we?
Hell yeah. My first apartment was $450, and that was
in LA.
In LA, but that shit was what, 2001. You know what I'm saying? For real.
In 2001, I was paying $895.
For real?
I'm irritated. I was in Hawthorne paying $895. Where was you at? LA?
Yeah, I was in LA.
East LA or LA?
LA. I was off King and Gramercy.
Oh,
exactly.
In the areas.
In the areas.
If LA know, you know where that is.
My first apartment. Yeah.
But that's dope. You know what? How did it feel when you got your first apartment?
Man, good, because you know that freedom that you have from having your first place. It's just like, I can come in when I want. I don't have to listen to nobody. You can get out if you don't like it. You feel what I'm saying? So I love that. That was a bomb feeling. Like, yeah, I love that. And it was the hangout place for all my friends.
Oh, right. It's nothing like the hangout spot.
Hell yeah.
So let me tell you something. Since you know what, we have a topic for y'all today. You know, I brought him back because he was highly requested again. You know what? Something about guys coming to my show. People be requesting a guy. Like my boyfriend, they always request him to come back. They requested you to come back again. And I was like,
it's just like the heads,
the
vibes.
It's the vibes for me.
Exactly.
You know,
it is though.
They want to hear a man in the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
Just hearing a woman's perspective could be one-sided sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. I'm saying me.
Yeah,
like, because I don't want no woman to be feeling like I'm talking about everybody. Yes. I'm talking about me. When I say about women, sometimes more than likely I'm talking about my feelings.
True.
Not every woman is gonna feel what I feel.
Nah, that's true.
Okay, so since we got on apartments and all that, let me just get right to the topic. Today we're talking about boundaries with parents. I know we always talk about boundaries with people, but my thing is the boundaries with parents is two different things. And why I say that, I'm gonna just say why boundaries with your parents are very much important. So for me, My mom and dad is very cool, laid back, all that.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to move out young. I moved out at 23, and I wanted to move out because I wanted to, like you said, get your own place, have your own stuff. You know, feel like it's your own. You could come in and do your own thing. And plus, I had 2 sisters living there. It was like I needed to go. I'm the oldest.
Yeah,
you know,
get your own space.
Yeah, but I'm mad I left.
Yeah, you got grown. It's time to adult now. Right?
If you listening and you under the age of 30, stay home until you can move out. Really move out. Pay 2 times your rent. Move out because it's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah. Being grown is some real for real.
I said we waited all our life to be grown to pay bills.
Man, right? And then, like I said, as a kid, I ain't had to worry about nothing but just go to school and just make sure my grades was
right. And make up your bed.
Man, that was a simple life. Put the garbage can down and wash some dishes.
Man, wash the dishes. Oh, who gets the bathroom today? Who gets like what?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's go back. So boundaries for your okay, so this was the topic, boundaries for your parents. Let me just say this. I am a boundary woman now. I used to always say yes to everything.
Oh no.
You know what is so crazy is not just to people like around, like my parents too. Anytime they call, text, say something, I'll be like, oh, let me go do it. My mama, my daddy, because I felt like I owed them something in some way.
I hear you.
Which is, to me, I don't care what nobody say. You do feel like as you get older that you owe your parents some type of entitlement in some way. I don't know if you should. They can. Sometimes parents will abuse that situation.
Yeah, they will.
They will abuse it. But for me,
I brought you in this world.
That's their favorite line to say. Well, my mama
you brought me in this world. I didn't bring myself.
My mama really didn't say that, but I think she felt that way.
Yeah.
Like,
no, my mama didn't say that neither. I remember, like, my mama, I asked her one day, she was like, I was a kid. She was like, go get me some water. I was like, I was doing something. She's like, that's what I had you for. She laughed, but she didn't mean it. I was like, then you had me to get a cup of water? I'm like, God, man, that's cold game. For real. But I know what you mean, though. They'll take it to the extreme.
So that's why I brought this topic today, because I talk to many of women, many of men, many a day, and we have side conversations. And I had to talk to people about putting boundaries on your parents and how important it is, because your parents can be draining.
True.
And sometimes we feel like, oh, it's our parents, we shouldn't put boundaries on them because they did bring us in this world. Yeah. But a lot of times your parents can abuse that situation.
Especially when you're grown.
Especially when you're grown.
You take care of yourself now. So.
Yeah, you take care of yourself, and I hate for a parent to make a person that's trying to make it, a person that moved out your house to take care of themselves, to take care of you too.
Right.
Like it's their responsibility to take care of you too, because they had you.
Yeah.
This conversation usually don't happen about parents, but no, it's not my obligation, but I do feel some sense I should help them. True. You know, if they need it.
Of course, heck yeah, especially if they did their job with you.
Yeah, if they did their job with me, why wouldn't I feel like I should? But I put boundaries on my parents more so because I felt like it was getting to the point where I was feeling some way about it.
Oh, I see what
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if it's too constant. Like my mom, she's cool. Everybody know my mom, she's hella cool. Yeah. But like she would keep going until you be like, no.
Oh yeah, man.
You be like, no.
I tell my mama that all the time. You would do that to death.
Man,
hey.
And then be saying you funny acting if you don't do it.
I tell her that all the time. You'll do me this to death. It'll never end if I don't say no. I'm the only child that do say no. And I tell her that.
So why do you say no?
I say no because it's like you say, it got to be boundaries. Like, you know, and I ain't gonna lie. Like, my mom was a great mom, but she is the type of person, she would get some money and she get paid, she go and spend it. You know what I'm saying? For real.
When I say that's my mom too.
Yeah. For real though. I tell her that all the time. I'm like, Lord.
Like I think she feels like, like, my kids got me if I don't have, like, no, like, how are we going to be able to survive in the state of California with that mindset?
Right. And she's always been very independent, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, mine too.
But my other brothers, oh man, they ain't gonna never say no. I'll be like, look, no, you know what I'm saying? She's for real.
I think
all the time about that.
Why do you think it's important to put the boundaries on your parents more than anything?
Because it's like you said, you still got to live life for you know, and it still got to come to that point in time is you gave me the tools enough to live life. So now take them training wheels off and let me live my own. Like,
yes.
You know,
and don't drain me with.
Don't drain me.
Yeah, because it's okay to take care of your parents to a certain extent.
Yes.
If it's getting to the point where you're broke from them or you're not getting ahead because of them,
yes.
then it's time to set boundaries on them, because a lot of times parents don't even recognize that they're doing the things they're doing until you be like, oh, you doing too much.
Right. I speak about boundaries. I always think about like Ocho Cinco, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I remember when he was on a show with his mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And it was like, man, like, he tried so much before he cut her off. Like,
yeah,
just like, how could you cut? But man, if you really see what that man went through dealing with his mom, you feel what I'm saying? He just got to the point to where I got
and R.I.P. to her.
I got rich and I still can't help you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is it never enough, or is it too much? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one or the other.
Yeah.
I feel like
understanding parent they should understand the limits.
Yeah, and I think that most important they should understand the limits. I think my mom has came to that conclusion. Like, she understands why I am saying no now. At first she was offended by it. She was bothered by it, but I had to tell her, like, I can't get ahead if I'm carrying you too, and I understand you carried me along the way. That's understandable. Like, I am your child.
True.
But like you said, you gave me these tools.
Man.
You taught me how to be the woman that I am today. You taught me to go out there and get your money. Go out there and take care of yourself.
True.
You know,
the job is done. Now
the job is done.
It's time you be the extension of that.
Yes.
Make your own legacy in your own way for your kids. So if I get my own, and how I really got to get boundaries when you get children, because now I'm playing the parental role to somebody, so I can't be your parent and their parent. You know what I'm saying? For real, it's time for me to you got me out there. Now it's time for me to do what my kids what you did for me.
And I agree, and I think that excuse me, some parents be offended by it. And I think that if you are a parent and you are offended when your kids set boundaries on you and tell you no sometime, let them learn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's a part of learning, when you can say no, when you always saying yes. You say yes so much to the point where you don't even recognize you saying yes that much.
For real.
And then you be looking around like, I'm not even where I should be because
I had that really bad
helping everybody
when I was younger. Like, man, anybody asked me for help, friends, family.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
It was, but then you look up and it's like when it got to the point that like, ooh, I had some crazy times, and I'm like, dang, the people I helped out can't even help me.
That's what I'm saying. You can't even call them.
Right. Some won't even help you, but they really can't help you. You feel me?
That's true.
And if I'm just helping you and I'm not showing you a way, I'm hurting both of us in the long run.
Yes. And that's where boundaries really come in with the parents. I know it's about everybody or whatever, but I feel like it's easier to set boundaries on people compared to your parents. Because
true. Because my mom, my mom was a great mom, but she still want to be a great mom when I'm a grown man, almost 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Like, I'll leave out the house and my mom must say, where you going? And I'll be like, what you mean where I'm going? Like, I'm grown and you here with me, you at my house. Like, why you asking me where am I going? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, and we get along great, but like my mom, this type of mom will still come be a mother in your house, like, you know.
I think they just mothers are just nurturers anyway. Just like we seen. Okay, so me and him, he sent me a video 2 days ago, and I'm gonna play that clip. Not on this episode, but if you go to my Instagram __G vibes, you will hear the clip. I'm actually gonna put it up after I leave here from filming. I'm gonna put up the clip so you can see a lady, a parent. You can set the scene up. Set the scene up for us.
All right. So this guy, this young boy, he was introducing his girlfriend to his mom and his dad, and when he was like, "Yeah, this is my girlfriend," and his mom was like, "Oh, this who you was talking about?" And he was like, "Yeah, this is my girlfriend. This your friend?" And he was like, "This is what I'm talking about." And his mom was like, straight, "She all right?" Like, and I was like,
first she said, "She all right?"
Yeah.
And then she said, "Come on, let's go eat."
Yeah.
He turned around and was like, "You don't even want to introduce yourself, moms?" And
she basically like, "I'm good."
She said, "I'm good. We good. Let's go eat." It was just a total disrespectful.
That was the most disrespectful.
Miserable.
Yeah.
I felt instantly that the lady was miserable and she didn't have nobody.
True.
I honestly felt that because the dad was there, but that don't mean that they were together.
No, don't mean that.
If he had to deal with that all his life,
think that was his ex-girlfriend.
Yes,
like
you would think that she.
Mama. Yeah, that was crazy.
And you would think you heard bad things about her.
Right.
Like if you had bad things to say about, if you just meeting the girl and you already giving her bad vibes, it's already gonna be a downfall. And you could tell
how he was talking about her that he wasn't even never talking bad about her. So,
you could tell.
Yeah, so and it's like, and I know some moms will say some stuff when the girl leave. But I have never seen it that blatant in
That's my mom.
face. Like,
she say something when the man leave. Like, girl, now you know.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But the way she was just like, that's her. Like, she all right? I said, God damn.
Rude as fuck. Yeah. Not even just it was just, it comes, I feel like some mothers, not all. Yeah. And I'm not a mother yet, so I can't say too much, but I'm saying from my experience outside looking in, some mothers are protective of their kids, their sons. Let's say sons. Let's go with sons.
Nobody's never good enough.
Yes, so I feel like it's exactly that. Exactly. Like, you're not good enough for my son, and saying you all right.
I'm
like,
the only woman good enough for him, but you his mama. That's weird.
Exactly. Yeah. And how can you be in the presence of his girlfriend and show how nasty you are the first time, even the first time you met her?
Man, like, I would have just walked away if I was that girl.
Honestly, he should have took him, and this is where you set boundaries.
Yeah, you should have checked your mama.
You should have checked your mama right there.
Yeah, I would have checked my mama.
And it could have been a nice way. It's like people think checking your parents. No, you could check them nicely, like, Mom, this is my girlfriend. Yes. And you would, or we leaving.
Yes, true. I'm one of them type of people. Like, I've had to pull my mama to the side before and tell my mom, like, look, that's wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I love you, but wrong is wrong and if right is right. And you was wrong in that situation. You my mom, but that was not right.
That's not how you handle things.
Yeah, my mom, like I said, she's a mom to everybody, even growing up, my friend's mom. So I remember I had a situation where my mom, when I was there, me and my baby mom was together. That was our first apartment together. My mom came over to the house and rearrange the living room in the house before my baby mama go home from work. And my baby mama not confrontational. You feel what I'm saying? So she didn't say nothing, but she told me. And I walked in the house, I'm like, how you just gonna come and rearrange somebody's house? Well, it look nice this way. And I'm like, but you didn't even ask her. I said, that's wrong. You need to go put that back. And
exactly how it was.
And make sure. Some dudes would not check their mom and really get on their girl and be like, no, this is this woman.
And it's vice versa. You supposed to, if it was the other way around, you check your girl. And it's like, if you say check, it sounds so aggressive. But it's like, tell them like right then and there, because you don't want the person keep doing something that you don't like.
And my mom is rational, so she understood. You feel me? After, you feel what I'm saying? At first she was like, well, I was just trying to help. But if you come in someone else's house, this woman's house that I'm living with, and we're together starting our life, and you gonna go and rearrange her
furniture like she didn't do it well already?
Right, exactly. Like she didn't do it.
It was like a slap in the face.
It was a slap in my face. And my baby mama is so chill that she went, and I was like, what's wrong? She was like, man, my whole living room has changed. I'm like, what? And I was like, I say, Mom, you better put that back. You feel what I'm saying? So it worked out, you know what I'm saying, because my mama understood after, but that's the boundaries I had to set right there.
Yeah, that's an example of setting boundaries right there. You can't come in my house and do what you want to do in my house. Yes. You can't come in my house speaking to anybody in here that lives here how you want to speak to them. Sometimes parents be out of line, and you got to really put them, check, hey,
I see a lot.
You can't come back over here if you gonna act like that.
A lot of people do. They never check their parents whether it's right or wrong, and I'll just be looking like,
but your parents will check you in a minute and tell you to check somebody else.
Right, exactly. Especially, you're going to mess up your relationship if you never stand up for the person that you're in a relationship with. Yes. Be like, your mom was wrong and you still took her side. Just because your mom, that don't mean it's right. Like, you know?
Right.
Yeah, true.
Overall, setting boundaries with parents is important because I feel like the same way you were raised to put boundaries on people and take care of yourself and stuff, mentally, physically can be draining. Your parents can be draining. Definitely. And I'm talking to the people that have that already set in their mind, like, I need to put boundaries on my mom and my dad, but I haven't. Put those boundaries on your parents. It's okay.
No, it is.
Because a lot of times we don't put parents in their places, or put boundaries, not places, put boundaries on our parents, and they'll just overdo their value at some point.
And like you said, it's good for your mental health.
It's really good for your mental health. And I feel like your parents should understand when you do say no sometime, that setting boundaries is a place of not only definition, but it's something like you learn from, like you learn to do better with. You know what I'm saying? And in this world, we supposed to grow more. True. Not be at a standstill. And if you see your child always saying yes, like I was a yes. Yeah,
that's my one brother.
Yeah, like yes. And my mama was like, you can't keep saying yes to everybody. So when I start saying no to her or whatever, she was like, oh, you saying no to me, but you... I was like, no, I'm saying no to everybody now.
Exactly.
So
I'm doing this for me now. Like I gotta take time and put me first sometimes.
So put your parents, put some boundaries on your parents.
True.
Period.
Agree.
So what do you want to leave with the boundaries topic?
Like we said, like you have to get to the point to where you have to set those boundaries, and you have to think about it like, okay, is my parent right or wrong?
Yes.
And that's all it's about. It's not because it's your mom or your dad. Mm-hmm. Evaluate the situation. Is it right or is it wrong? And for your own mental health, you have to put them boundaries. That's what I'm gonna go with that one. Like you have to do it for yourself because you've grown
and I agree.
Yeah.
Putting boundaries is important, and putting boundaries with people is important, but putting boundaries on your parents is okay too, people.
It's definitely important.
I say that to say this. Father's Day is tomorrow. How do you feel about Father's Day? You a father.
Oh man, I feel great about Father's Day. It's just the world don't feel great about Father's Day.
You know what? That gets on my nerve.
Yeah.
I'm like, we are doing better as women, and men are still talking about we giving them socks and stuff.
Man,
I don't think so.
I had to go get some oil for one of my vans, right? So I'm in the AutoZone, and I say, man, happy Father's Day to the man. He was like, yeah, my kids is gone, and me and my wife are going to be together, and we going to get it on. And I'm like, that's your Father's Day gift? Something you should get every day?
That's something you should already be getting.
I wish you would tell your wife, I'm going to give you some for Father's Day and for Mother's Day.
But sometimes it be true, though. Women don't be always giving it to their men.
Yeah.
Not like that, but they don't.
Crazy. You feel what I'm saying? That should not be the person then. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Like,
yeah. But he said that. I was like, that's the gift? I'm like, oh, man, you can't tell her that on Mother's Day. You better not try that. She gonna, it's not going down.
Okay, so I got a question for you. Do you feel like women have done better for Father's Day? Now that men have been speaking up, listen, now before you say, now that men have been speaking up about their Father's Day, are we doing better, or are we still going down on a spiral?
For me in my situation, it never was like that, but from what I hear from men, it still ain't changed. And then they got the women who want to claim being the mother and the father on your day. I don't do that on yours. Don't do that on mine.
You know what?
Do that.
I don't like that. If the father's in the life, celebrate the father.
Right. And then they act like, yeah, I'm the mother and the father, and they be so on that, like, yeah, well, I'm playing both roles, but you didn't want to play both roles. It's just what you had to do. Because if that baby daddy was in your life and y'all was co-parenting or doing it together, you wouldn't be on here talking about you the mother and the father. So don't act like you just had them to have a baby and you just want to be Superwoman. You had to be. So let's be real about that part.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I just think that it should be some boundaries with that too. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, especially if the father is really in the life, like, and, some people would take it to that extreme. Like, I do more. No, if the father is doing what he's supposed to do as a father, give him his props on Father's Day.
And it's disrespectful to a man who's doing his job.
Yes,
now I get if your baby daddy ain't doing that job, but if a man's doing his job and he see a woman talking about, I don't jump on your door and be like, I'm a father
on a Mother's Day,
they'll attack me. But when I say that, it's like, well, I am. I'm like, but this is still, our day is about fathers. So it's not about mothers, it's about fathers. Yeah, I just think like that. This whole thing is like, even right now, think about it was Mother's Day right now. Do you know how many people you would see on every corner? That's selling something?
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see not one for Father's Day. Yeah. But everybody is so into Juneteenth. And it's so weird.
Why would they do that? Why would they put Juneteenth on?
It's not weird that they're into Juneteenth.
Yes.
But it's like Juneteenth is right next to Father's Day. So I feel like people are pumping up Juneteenth, but tomorrow's Father's Day. And I haven't really heard too many people saying anything about Father's Day.
I can go to any restaurant I want to go on any day tomorrow. and I won't have no problem getting there and eating. That's how much the world don't care about Father's Day.
Man, they gonna be like Happy Juneteenth before they say Happy Father's Day.
You feel me? On Mother's Day, you better not try to go. You better make a reservation a month ahead of time.
No,
you know
okay, I give y'all that. You know what? I ain't even gonna lie. You right.
Yeah, think about
I ain't seen that many people say Happy Father's Day. I ain't seen that many people talk about Father's Day.
You see Father's Day commercials like you see Mother's Day commercials. I mean, I'm just saying, like.
Oh, but I did see that BET was giving $10,000 to. I sent you that.
Now you did send me that. Now that's
so we doing something.
BET is recognizing.
Oh, they even have the Black Men with Power coming out. You know how they have Black Girls Rock? Yeah. They got black men that rock.
So
coming
somebody
out.
must have complained about that. That's dope.
No, because I feel like since we're hearing y'all, and you know a woman had to set that up.
Yeah, exactly.
We're hearing y'all. We want y'all to hear it. So yes, it's gonna take a little time, but give us a little time. We getting in there.
Yeah, it's good. From them recognizing that, I can.
BT better.
Yeah, they doing a whole lot better.
You know what? I did see a tweet about a guy talking about Father's Day. I meant to send it to you to tell you that that's what we were going to talk about too. Yeah. He said that he think that elementary he think that it's wrong to have what is it, Father's Day like lunch or something for the kids, because he said that they know diverse Black fathers are not in the lives as much. So it's like he's saying it was like a disrespect, and I was like,
that's crazy.
I was like, wait.
I hate that stigma. Like, you feel me? Like, I post every year over 25 fathers that I know. Every year. You can look on from last year, you're going to see me do it tomorrow. All in their children's life. And a lot of them do way more than the mom doing. So for you to sit and say that nah, it's not. It's true. It's I think so many dads from kids from my generation didn't have dads that they make sure that they are fathers. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel like, why take that away from kids? Yeah. If I understand how you feel. Like, if you know that you are, it only is going to feel to somebody that doesn't have a father. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of kids that do have their fathers, and it's okay to celebrate that in all the schools.
Exactly.
Because it is kids, it is minorities. They said it is minority children have their mother and father. And stop putting that stigma out that we don't take care of our kids.
Black men every year who take care of their kids.
And they do. My dad took care of us. I know plenty of fathers that take care of their kids. And it's sad to see how people make tweets like that and say, oh, yeah, they shouldn't have that, the Father's Day luncheon in the school, because they know it's a lot of, they made it a black and white thing, and it wasn't a black and white thing.
No, it's not.
If you're there for your child, you will want to be recognized. Why take that away from fathers? That's what the fathers are talking about.
Exactly.
Like, you were gonna have a Mother's Day brunch, but you ain't gonna have a Father's Day brunch.
And I was supposed to do one this year, but just some things came up. But now that I'm locked in and we have everything locked in, for sure next year we doing that. Like, it's happening.
As you should
recognize the father. So
you know what? And I brought up Juneteenth. How you feel about Juneteenth? Today is Juneteenth.
Let me tell you the crazy thing about Juneteenth. I've never heard of Juneteenth until I was maybe like 20 something years old.
I didn't hear about it till 2 years ago, but sorry about that, y'all.
It's crazy that I never heard about that. And I was working at this job, the only job I ever had, and they was like, they're having a Juneteenth celebration at a park. And I think it was maybe in like San Pedro or something like that, or somewhere like, and I was like, what is Juneteenth? And they was like, and it was a person who wasn't black who told me about it, so it really made me feel crazy. They were like, "You don't know what Juneteenth is?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't know what no Juneteenth is." It's the day that the slave was officially free. Like, and I'm like, I have never heard of it.
I literally had to go look up everything. Okay, so when COVID happened is when I heard about Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Like, we're not celebrating 4th of July no more. We're celebrating Juneteenth. Okay, that's cool and all, but I need to know about Juneteenth.
What it is.
Because let's talk about this.
Yeah.
In the schools, we are taught about 4th of July, Independence Day.
Yes.
We'll even be talked about Easter. We'll talk about Halloween, but we did not know nothing about Juneteenth.
Nothing.
So I can't fault you for not knowing, because, baby, I didn't know until my 30s either.
Yeah. Everybody act like they knew, but not
I did not know. I'm not going to fake the funk and say I knew. I had to literally go look it up. Actually, I had to ask my boyfriend. My boyfriend is very much into history.
Yeah.
So
and that's the cool thing about it. I'm into history, and I've never heard of that.
See?
That was my favorite subject. And I had no idea. So that's how I know. and I heard about all type of things, and I was like, what is Juneteenth? And until I was grown, and it was sad that a person of another nationality had to teach me about Juneteenth. So you heard about it before me. That was crazy.
And I feel like, you know what? I'm glad that we are making it a thing.
Yeah, true.
We are making it a celebration. Like, honestly, black people love celebrations.
True.
Black people love to, if it's your first day of school, we gonna have cake and ice cream. You know, that's just how we are. We just loving people. True. As much as people try to put the hate out there about us, black people are the most loving people you can ever meet. Like, long as you cool, we cool. We gonna give you a plate. For sure. All your girlfriends could come over and we won't say nothing.
And what I mean by that is you're right. Like, take a situation like, I've never seen my aunt, she married outside her race, right? Mm-hmm. I've never met none of his family, but he know all of us. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
maybe his family didn't accept.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mm-hmm. We accepted Uncle Pat, and Uncle Pat was white as I don't know what, and nobody cares. Like,
it be like that though too.
Like, nobody cares. We just be like, Aunt Sheila, she with the white man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's about they always say. But besides that, that was it. Like, very accepting and no nothing. But I've never met them people a day in my life.
I think that we are accepting of, sometimes we be accepting of too much.
Yeah.
But on this topic alone, I feel like it's great that we celebrate our culture how we are now. True. We're more relevant. True. We're making it more relevant.
Thank God for the internet.
Right, and then they try to do that ice cream shit and all that at Walmart trying to make, that was some crazy ass shit.
You know what it is. They gonna make the money.
They tried it.
Man,
they put it right back where it was supposed to be.
Corporations gonna do whatever they gotta do when any
way to benefit us.
Yes, or anybody else that's celebrating anything.
Exactly. I'm for everybody.
Yes,
but I am for my culture more than anything.
Fact.
And I
because everybody else is for theirs.
Yeah,
it's the truth.
And I like that we come together. I used to love the barbecues on the Sunday at whatever park. You know,
Fact.
It started getting too dangerous because we don't sometimes act right.
Yeah.
But I love that we come together when it's time to come together. I do want to shout out to Kendrick Lamar album because I didn't get to do that because it came out after I stopped recording some episodes. But shout out to his album because his album spoke a lot of truth.
Very touchy.
Very touchy, and I think
that some people couldn't handle.
People couldn't handle it.
That's why they probably didn't like it because, first of all, him talking about molestation for sure. Because I didn't realize until I got a certain age for females and for men that a lot of people have been molested.
I've been molested before,
and it's not uncommon as you think. Because trust me, I've heard it time and time again, and I used to be like, "What?" And then somebody else told me, and somebody else told me. And I was like,
it's a domino effect.
Yes, it is. And when he talked about that, like it started from here, from slavery to here, to break down to now we're doing it to each other.
And we don't know how much it's a breakdown from that.
Yes.
And our culture, I think we are so close-minded sometimes, and we do need to be a little open-minded. I think,
and that nobody talks about.
Nobody talks about it because people, it's just traumatizing. Yeah. For one, like me personally, like I just said, I've been molested before. Yes. I wasn't even molested by a man.
Yeah, and I know somebody that was molested and they wasn't molested by a man neither.
And it hurts me because I try my best not to think about stuff like that because to me I feel like keep it pushing. Like that was in the past, let it go, let it go. You know, and but what I will say is as much as that happened to me, when I seen to skip a little bit on a celebrity, D-Ray, he talked about.
Oh man,
did you see that
on Vlad TV when he?
A lot of men were molested by older women and traumatized. Facts. We gotta get on that.
Yeah,
and traumatized.
They think you're supposed to like it because you're a man.
Like 11-year-old doing that to a women.
Yeah.
That's not right. That's molestation.
And most of the time,
they were laughing about it.
Your mama friend.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
your
crazy.
mama friend or your auntie.
Yeah, your auntie. Yeah.
So I say that or your auntie friend.
Yeah, it's true.
That be coming over there drinking and smoking with them.
Exactly.
Like it's so nasty because I seen even a couple of YouTube guys talk about how they got they had sex at 11. No, baby, if the bitch was 27, excuse my language.
Yes.
You were molested.
Oh, we gonna definitely have to have another topic
conversation about that.
It's a situation that happened in junior high that. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about it, but we can get on that. Like it really messed my brain up when I thought about it when I was older. Yeah.
You know what? On that note, I ain't gonna say that was episode of G-Vibes, but that was episode of G-Vibes this episode.
Yes, facts.
We got on Father's Day. We got on Juneteenth. Kendrick Lamar album. Please check that out.
And boundaries, right?
And boundaries. Setting boundaries on your parents, not just people on your parents.
Exactly.
Well, I love you for coming by. He's going to do another episode with me, y'all. So
yes, we is.
Make sure you keep tuning in because you're going to hear him a little more, y'all.
Yeah, we going to make this happen. I really enjoyed this.
Okay.
Like, for real.
Y'all know the vibes. See y'all.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Yeah, now this...